Good morning 5A and 5B. Today is Thursday the 9th of April 2020. We're continuing today with our lesson Understanding Poetry, and you can see a number 2. So this is the second type of poem. Okay, so our objectives for today. First one is know who Michael Rosen is. Okay, I will go through that with you in a moment. Read the poem Words Are Ours. So I think you can take a guess at what that might be about. And to understand the words in the word cloud. So we've got quite a busy word cloud today. The first word is anthologies. Okay, an anthology is a series of books. So you could have volume 1, volume 2, one book that carries on from another, an anthology. Early learners, so those of you with brothers or sisters in maybe foundation stage or year 1, they are early learners. So they are young children who are starting to learn. Elections. Elections are where we vote for people to represent us. So we might have an in-class election. We might pick a sports captain. So everybody decides who they would like to see, and the person who gets the most votes. We've had this in class. We've actually done a vote in class on topics and themes that we want to cover. I always say I run a democratic class. So most of you said, oh, do you remember you wanted to learn about ecology and environment? That got the most votes. So we had an election. Mythologies. Mythologies. Okay, stories which may or may not be true, normally from the past. So when you were reading the story, The Wooden Horse, it is mythology from ancient Greece. Okay, the story was true, but there may be other things that have just got added or taken out over time. Mythologies. Page turners. Okay, a page turner is a book that you really want to read and you keep turning the page to see what happens next. I encourage you to read page turners. Retorts. Retorts. It's a word for answer. So it's not like I would ask you a question and you would give me the answer to a specific question. I would say something and you would come back with an answer. So, for example, I could say to you, how are you today? And you could say to me, great, miss. So your retort was, great, miss. Okay? Velociraptors. The dinosaur. I know you've all seen Jurassic World or Jurassic Park when I was a girl. Velociraptors are the clever dinosaurs that can think. And if we can turn our camera to the screen, you can actually see the Velociraptor. So let's turn and see. Here is the Velociraptor. You've all seen them, the scary ones in Jurassic Park. Okay, so let's go on. Let's go down. Information. The poem you're about to read, Words Are Ours, was written by a very special author, Michael Rosen. Here you'll find some information about him. Excuse me. Michael Rosen was born in North London in 1946. He is one of the best known figures in the children's book world. He is renowned, this means he is known for his work as a poet, a performer, a broadcaster, and a scriptwriter. He lectures and teaches in universities on children's literature and reading and writing. So, he is a very, very famous guy. His poems and stories for children are loved the world over. I recommend you read some of his work, Michael Rosen, along with Roald Dahl that I told you about before. Okay, so we're going to go down. So here is our friendly mobile phone. So you'll be able to guess. There might be mobile phones involved in this poem. He says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word is ours. The names of places, the names of flowers. Don't worry, some of them you will see underlined. I will explain after. So, the names of places, the names of flowers, the names of names, words are ours. Page turners for early learners. So, books that early learners might want to read. Let's go on. It's quite a long poem. How to boil an egg or mend a leg. Words are ours. Wall charts, love hearts, sports reports, short retorts. So here, sports reports. Sports reports are if you tune into the television and listen out for your favourite football team. Have they won? Have they lost? Was it 0-0? What was it? You're getting a sports report. Short retorts. How are you? I'm great. Short retort. Timetables. Words are ours. Following the instructions for furniture constructions. So, following the instructions, you get, I don't know if it's the same here, but sometimes you can go off to shops like IKEA and your furniture comes in a pack and you have to follow the instructions. You know, screw in with a screwdriver like this, part A to part B. These are the instructions for furniture constructions, for putting it together. Ancient mythologies. Okay, ancient mythologies. So old stories. Online anthologies. So, you know, the volumes of books online. Who she wrote for. Who to vote for. Joke collections, results of elections. Words are ours. The tale's got you gripped, a story that you keep wanting to read. Have you learned your script? The method of an experiment, think about science. Ingredients for merriment, things that make you happy. Ingredients for merriment. Okay, I'm going to have to work hard here. Waiting for your text. In text speak. What's next? So waiting for your text. Reference. What's next? Print media. So print media, books, newspapers, anything that's printed. Wikipedia. Words are ours. Subtitles on TV. You'll sing them. Details of your CV. Book of great speeches. So, who's actually stood and spoke the best? One to look out for would probably be Martin Luther King's speech, you know, in the early 1960s and the civil rights movement in the US. Probably one of the greatest speeches in history. So, Book of Great Speeches, Guide to the Best Beaches. Looking for chapters. on velociraptors. Words are ours. The mystery of history. The history of mystery. The views of news. The news of views. Words to explain. The words of pain. Doing geography. Close to my heart. Autobiography. So somebody who writes a book about themselves. What to do in payphones. Goodbyes on gravestones. Words are ours. Words are ours by Michael Rosen. When I read this poem a long time ago, it stuck with me, made me smile, still makes me smile today. Okay, we have just read a list poem. It shows how we use words all the time, in different ways and for different reasons. Let's come out of here. Okay. Wait a moment. Okay, let's go down. I hate this thing. So just let me go down. Don't worry, you will get this. Okay, we have just, it's a list poem. It shows how we use words all the time in different ways and for different reasons. So basically, here are some of the things that he mentions in this poem. I'll just make it smaller so we can see. Some of the things he mentions: labels on jam jars, you're a girl reading a history book, and constructing furniture. Okay, so you've got some things to do now. So your instructions, write out each phrase below with a line from the poem printed in italic and underlined. I said to you some of them I've typed out in different way. It's slightly this way, it's called italic and it's underlined. So the first one has been done for you as an example. 1, the 400 meters race was won by Maria Flores. So that's got to be a sports report. Second one, the beach is cleaned every morning. What line can you connect? This is like a challenge, a puzzle. What line does Michael Rosen write to explain that sentence? In loving memory of Henry Davis. Okay, what line does he write that would explain that sentence? Strawberry jam, Hilltop Farm. What line does he use to explain that? A daffodil is a spring flower. What line did he write to explain that? Pain, the feeling in your body when you are hurt. He uses a line to explain that sentence. Okay, let's look at the last one. Place the egg in a pan of boiling water. What does he say? What line, and it's underlined for you, what line explains that sentence? Write a short paragraph on each question. It doesn't have to be very long. It can be maybe 5 sentences, a short paragraph. What do you think a book about the mystery of history would be about? Second one, in what way would a book called The History of Mystery be different? So you have got the mystery of history and the history of mystery. You all know what history is. Events from the past. Mystery. What does mystery mean? If it is a mystery, you don't understand. The clues are there. Solve the mystery. Put the puzzle together. So you've got the mystery of history and the history of mystery. Look back at the poem Finding a Friend. That was from last time. In what ways are the two poems similar and how are they different? So you have a space here to write, or of course you can write in your notebook. Either or. Okay, have a great weekend. Have a very lovely spring break. I will see you again after spring break, after you've had a rest. You've got something here to think about. Stay safe. I hope you're following all of the good advice you're being given. See you soon. Bye-bye.